morning at 7:21, it's pretty bright out. I'm actually very impressed. We should be getting closer and closer to equinox here, being it's about a month away, a little over a month. Yeah, another busy week though for us. I've got conferences on Thursday. I've got stuff going on Tuesday night, and Radio Club Tuesday night, and then Wednesday night is Wednesday is Ash Wednesday. So yeah, that's always a busy time. Go ahead there, Tony, if you can.
Well, I guess he can't. I even switched over to 2 meters because I thought maybe he was, it was just shaky between me and the 440 machine.
Yeah, we'll see if we can catch anybody else here. They must have had a very busy weekend or a very tiring weekend, and everybody's sleeping in today. The sun is further in the sky than dawn, as you can actually see. Well, okay, maybe there's some oranges above the clouds off to the east. Sorry. If it was the sun coming up in the west, I would assume that there was something wrong. So, anyway. This is K0GEF.
W0HNV.
Good morning, Kirk. K0NW.
Yeah, good morning to the group, such as it is. Yeah, I got a little started a little late, but I did hear Tony's problems there with getting into the repeater. I heard a couple of intermittent transmissions, and then, as you mentioned, Rich, there the last time, it was all silence. And I'm always operating on 2 meters, so I have noise here on 440. Believe it or not, there's a noise, RFI, from here, and I don't know what it is, but 2 meters works great. Okay, over to you, Brian, W0HNV.
Yeah, there's always some kind of noise somewhere from some building. I think in our building there's something that usually starts up, and you can hear it whine in the background every once in a while, especially on 70 centimeter, but and if I put the SDR, if I put that on with the little antenna, I can definitely catch some background noise. Haven't done that for a little while though. Was looking for an SDR that runs on that can catch American television, so I could bring my computer out to somewhere and catch television television waves. But anyone that you get from China, unless it's defined as American SDR or something like that, you always only get the other one. That's okay. Go ahead there, Rich.
Good morning, Al. Well, you know, you have that problem with the whine, and I know when I was home I had some of that problem, and then I found out that it was my kids and they grew out of it. KE0NW.
Is it me next?
You bet, Al.
Okay, I jumped in the middle of an SDR discussion. I've run an SDR in the past, a couple of different ones, and the real cheap ones, the $20 ones you get on Amazon are no good, but the more expensive ones you can do something with. And I have observed the signal coming out of my basement. I forget what gigahertz it is, the telemetry for the utility bill. That's always running. I'm being radiated 24/7 by that dumb thing, I think, so shame on the city for installing those things. I would think that decoding television would be entirely possible with just about anything. The trick is in the decoding software. You have to have the right decoder. Even to get SSB or FM or CW, you have to have a decoder that does the job, so I don't know what you're talking about with the Chinese one that doesn't work there, Brian. Go ahead.
W0HNV. I've always kind of tickled the thought of getting one of those good SDRs, dongles that goes into the computer and then hooks up to an antenna and so forth. Jay is a big fan of those. He listens a lot to the SDR in his station. So anyway, just want to mention, sad that Tony's having some trouble there. You know, you just got to have some propagation to get in from that distance, and everybody else is. I'm listening on 2 meters, and everybody else is full quieting, loud and clear. So. Let's see, I think it probably should be Brian's turn. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, and if the propagation isn't any good, coming out from 40 miles is a little more difficult. It needs to be, I don't want to say perfect. Perfect would be, I've heard, the Fargo repeater in Jamestown. That was some ducting that was really amazing. Only caught it for like one 20-second transmission, but it sure was kind of neat to hear people from Fargo all the way out to Jamestown on 70 centimeter or 2 meter. I can't remember which one I was on. It was probably 70 centimeter, but still kind of neat. Go ahead there, Rich.
Yeah, I remember from home, once in a while, Bemidji would come in and without going through all the links. But that was back in the Superlink days, so it wasn't a big deal. You could get just about anywhere then. But, Kirk, I have a question for you. Do you have a phone number for Tyson? He's looking for some information from me, and I need some information from him in order to get the right information to him.
I certainly do, Rich. I'll dig it out here on my phone and see there on the next go around. Yeah, he keeps his stuff pretty close to the chest. He doesn't send stuff out to anybody randomly on emails or texting or telephone. So he keeps himself pretty closed. But I'm sure he'd be glad to hear you, and you might have to let it ring a few times because he might not recognize a new number. So anyway, yeah, that sounds okay. I guess I don't have a whole lot left. I haven't got the call yet for the coffee clutch here in the apartment, but it's about time. So I'll keep listening, and I'll get you that number on the next go round, Rich. W0HNV. Try Brian.
All right. I'm just going to hand it right over to Al, who can keep it going.
Enjoy the coffee there, Kirk, if you're heading out for that. Yeah, let's see. Boy, it's frosty on the road this morning. Let's see. The cycling report. This weekend I got out Saturday and Sunday a little bit right around Glendon. Let's see. Saturday I did like 12 and a half miles, and Sunday I did 14. So conditions were not too bad. Although it gets a little chilly on the fingers, as I've noted before. But the road conditions out there are just high and dry like summer. So it's just the cool weather that gets you. And I was going to go over by Brian's house, by your house there, Brian, just for fun, while wandering out of town. But even despite all our warm weather and some sunshine and whatnot, some of the streets back there just to your south are still covered with stuff, and so I couldn't go that way. And back to the SDRs. Another thing I've heard on there is my key things for the car that open the door and whatnot. I looked up the FCC ID number and found the specs and found the frequency they're on. And yep, I can see on, I think it's about 315 megahertz, there's tons and tons of people flicking car doors and garage doors and whatnot on that band. It's pretty cool. Go ahead.
Well, I guess nobody else picked it up. I'll give you that number, Rich. It's 970. Whoops. Back up here. 970-631-3952.
Super. And is it okay to call him during the day?
Yeah, it is. He works pretty long days, but he always has his phones with him. So, in fact, if I get a hold, if I get a hold of him, I'll tell him to make sure to listen to your phone number for a call.
Okay, well, I don't have a schedule of anything to do here either, so I can give you my phone number if you want to relay it to him, and he can call me at his leisure. KE0NW.
Okay, that'd be fine, Rich. I have your number, so I'll let him know that you're looking for him, and usually he'll answer me because he recognizes the number. So I'll do that, Rich, W0HNV.
Okay, mine is 218-784-8144.
Okay, I got that, Rich, and I'll contact him sometime today.
Very good, thank you.
Over to Al.
I think it's supposed to be over to Brian. Brian, how did your speech meet go this week? Did you have to call out the Red River Valley SWAT team to keep the rugrats in line? I wonder how that went. Go ahead.
It wasn't too bad, actually. We did have won 7th place. Maxwell took 7th place in DI, dramatic interpretation, and we had won 1st place, state qualifying in radio. Yeah, we talked about that on what was it, Friday or Thursday, one of the two, and he was, I think. He was pleasantly surprised. I was definitely surprised, seeing as he hadn't practiced much. He had gotten kind of all the timing stuff from me at some point, but then was able to pull it all together. And I think he's kind of excited about it, as excited as Harrison gets anyway. He is kind of understated. So yeah, and then the rest of the tournament was just a blur of paperwork and more paperwork and such, and I had great people helping me in the tab room to tabulate all those things, and we got done with 5 minutes late, so was hoping to get awards going at 1:30. I thought we would be early, but then I had to do some other quick minute stuff, and so we ended up getting it going at 1:35. But all done by 2 o'clock, out of the building by 2:30. Best time to go to the dentist. Go ahead there, Kirk. Well, maybe Kirk had the coffee clutch call. Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, haven't heard Dale on here for a while. I don't know if he's probably off vacationing somewhere. He seems to do that on a fairly regular basis. And haven't heard Chuck for a while either. But they'll show up when they're available.
And this is AI0Q. Guess I got it there. So, okay, thanks for the speech tournament report there. It went well despite your fears there, Brian, so good deal. And, yeah, congratulations to Maxwell. I know he's a smart guy, and he can manage it. Now I forgot what else I had to say, so oh yeah, I checked into the repeater net last night using my Baofeng from inside the house. It's amazing I can reach the repeater with a Baofeng from Glendon, but Tony can't reach the repeater with an outside antenna from, well, he's a long way off. So, go ahead, Brian, I guess.
Yeah, it is. The world is a very interesting place, isn't it? Lots of different ways to get a hold of each other now. We could go all the way back to smoke signals, I guess, but they are not as reliable as a radio. Semaphore also not as reliable as stated in the Count of Monte Cristo. Semaphore can get captured by the fog and cause real havoc with the Spanish stock market and cause things to crash in France. So probably best to keep those kinds of communications a little more guarded. It's K0GEF. Over to Rich, I think.
South by west.
Oh, Tony must have gotten a linear in the last 20 minutes. KE0NW, go ahead, Tony.
Well, Rich, my amp was on before. The conditions were really bad. I could barely hear you guys, so things have cleared up a little bit. Good morning to Brian, Maxwell, Rich, and Al's in there too, so good morning to everybody. Beautiful morning down here. Won't be so beautiful tomorrow morning. Let's see. Let's go over there to Al, KD0SPW.
Yeah, good morning there, Tony. And yeah, difference night and day between when you were first trying to get in there. I got your email. Good morning. So, and then I was rushing out the door. I didn't bother replying as usual in the morning. So and let you know I got your directive there. Yeah. Man, I hope Pam doesn't get any worse and all that. That doesn't sound good there. So, let's see. Tony, I wonder if you heard my bicycling report for the weekend. Nothing big and huge, but a little bit around Glendon, so yahoo. But now I'm waiting for the next storm, of course. Anyway, over to, I think it's Brian. This is AI0Q.
K0GEF, well, I'm going to have to check out here. I've got to take some soup in for the use of the building. Cindy made soup again, and I need to go set it up and get things rolling because it's still cold right now. Cold soup is okay if it's a certain kind, but not this kind. It needs to be hot. Good to hear from you there, Tony, and have a good day. Good day at school. The speech meet was a success. Everything went off without much of a hitch, and all the trophies were loved by the kiddos, even some of them on Facebook already, so that makes it kind of fun. This is K0GEF. Have a good day.
I think it goes to you, Rich.
Oh. Give me a couple of minutes. I'm making a second cup of coffee. KU0NW.
W0HNV is back. Good morning, Kirk. Holy moly, you got a big signal out there. Anyway, good morning to you, and Al's out there yet. Brian took off, so it goes over there to you, Kirk, and you can give it to Al. Okay, yep, I heard some of the early conversation here this morning, and it was a little tough for hearing you, but yeah, you're booming in now too, so must be a good connection between you and I. Or, well, between us and the repeater, I should say. The coffee clutch was delayed this morning, so I got a break from the gang, and maybe going a little later. So, I tried to, if Rich, if you're still listening, I tried calling Tyson, and he's probably en route to work and he doesn't have a phone in his car or a. I shouldn't say he doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have a radio in his car, and he's busy during traffic. He probably has his phone on do not disturb. So, I'll get him later and get back, and he'll call you back there, Rich, if you're still listening. Okay, I think would be Brian's gone, so I think it would be Al, W0HNV. Go ahead, Al.
Yep, this is AI0Q. Just coming up to the outskirts of Moorhead here now, and I'll be going by EED's place in a few, if the traffic isn't too thick. Let's see. Oh, phone on Do Not Disturb. Do I have that feature in mind? I guess you can put it on airplane mode if you know where to find the controls for that. But I didn't even know what airplane mode actually is, so maybe I can be educated here.
Well, let's see. I assume it's off air. In other words, it's not connected to the internet, but you can still access all the other features of your phone. They don't want you transmitting, as you might say, making phone calls. So it stops the transmission, but it still allows you to play your games. I think that's what it's all about, games. Anyway, over there to Rich, KD0SBW.
Well, I've never tried I've never tried airplane mode because I haven't renewed my pilot's license for quite a few years. KE0NW.
Yeah, I suppose that if you're flying, if you're the pilot, you got to worry about those instruments and interference with the transmitters. I think the commercial aircraft are all pretty good filtering, and they don't. I don't think they really have much problem with interference. In fact, some of them now are actually providing internet service through the satellite system. So it's a big deal. I mean, communication is just exploding in this country. So back to you, Al.
Yeah, well, I got my Jeep in highway mode, not airplane mode, so it's doing fine here. Okay, yeah, off of the, turn your transmitter off. Okay. That's what that must mean then. Do not disturb, that must be something else though. I got an Android, not a iPhone thing, so I don't know that they have the exact same features, just called different things or what. So, let's see, who's next here? I forget. This is AI0Q.
Yes, communication is exploding, and I've kind of stepped back into the arena now with my iPad, and I'll be getting an iPhone, so they can communicate with each other. And with the iPhone, I'll be able to text to those who have Android also when I get the iPhone. Right now, I can only send email, and I can send a text to another iPhone, but I can't send text to Android until I get an iPhone from my iPad anyway. Anyway, yeah, I write emails a dozen a morning, and I do texting for those who have iPhones. And I can do that all by voice. And now I'm getting to the point where I'm accessing all kinds of web stuff, web pages and the like by myself. And so I'm using the features. Anyway, I am starting to get back into it big time. And when I go to school for it in May, that'll change things and bring it up to another level. Anyway, right now the big drawback, reset. The big drawback is, when you have to fill in a text field on a computer, that's not so easy when you have to talk about it. Then I have to actually get in and probably do some typing, but that's for a later time. Anyway, yes, it's just wild out there right now, Kirk. Communication is unbelievable. Anyway, but I think I've been communicated, and the communication coming through from Pam was I better get off the air and get ready for school. So there you go. Anyway, all you guys have a great day out there, and enjoy the warm weather and the last day before the big blast. Over there to you, Rich. KE0NW, KD0, south by west.
I was not aware that there was an incompatibility between Apple and Android texting, because I have a lady friend, and we probably exchange 20 texts a day and have never had any issues.
I want to jump in on that before I go. It's not from the phones that you can't text. You can text back and forth from an iPhone to an Android. It's from the iPad that you can't text to an Android unless you have an iPhone as the intermediary. So that I'm still waiting for my iPhone. Then I can text from my iPad sitting in my house, as long as I have an iPhone that's somewhere close by, and it uses that as the go-between, you might say. Over there to you, Kirk, KD0SPW.
Yeah, well, okay. I don't think I talk to anyone with an iPad on the internet or whatever. My daughter has iPhone, and she just communicates directly. We just talk. So And that's the way, I wouldn't mind if that was the only way to communicate anymore. Well, I was just curious, Tony, if you're still listening, if Pam is making some progress on her arm, and if physicians are getting some help for her, and how long it might be till she gets better and gets back to normal. Anyway, yeah, and something else I was going to ask you too, Tony. Oh, did you get the model number for your manual tuner? Did that come from Giga? And did it work? And what was the model number? W0HNV.
Well, I'll give you the update on Pam. She's not doing well. She's kind of going in reverse here. The damage must have been very deep. She broke the arm, but there must have been deep damage in the shoulder because now her shoulder blade is hurting. Very difficult to move around, and actually she's still black and blue, and it's, over 3 weeks ago, so it's, we're concerned, and I'm sure she's going to have more done by the orthopedics rather than, they aren't going to do anything more with the arm, but she's got other problems. As far as the tuner, I didn't get that yet. Finances have maybe delayed it a little bit, so I haven't picked that up, so I'd like to, but, sometimes that was kind of at the limit of what I could do, and I'm holding off for a little bit, Kirk. Anyway, thanks for asking. Anyway, everybody have a great day. I do have to get out of here, and over there to Al, KD0SPW.
Okay, well, have fun teaching school, and yep, hope Pam makes some progress. I know that being old, if I get black and blue, it lasts a long time, so maybe that's just the case there, but yeah, who knows. Anyway, catch you later, Tony. And over to, oh boy, who's next? Kirk, is it?
Well, I was just talking to Tony, so Rich, you go ahead.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with me. I hardly bruise at all anymore. I must have used up all my allocated black and blue.
Well, I'm subject to falls with my balance and my brain problem, and I've fallen a few times in the last month, and got black and blue, and got stiff joints, and I'm pretty much full required from the last one, so full well, you know what I mean, recovering from the last one, so no more black and blue either. And I'm not sure why. I never was a big bruiser in my younger days, but I certainly have after my last birthday. Okay, well, the gang is back at the coffee shop there, so I'm going to take out and everybody have a good day, and I'll give Tyson your number there, Rich. Over to Al, W0HNV 73.
Perfect timing. I just pulled up in my parking spot, so you guys take care. And I'm going to go find some coffee myself here. AI02 Mobile will be clear.
Well, thank you for the visits this morning, guys, and we'll probably do it again tomorrow morning. KE0NW.